Hey YouTube, it's Jordan. Picked this up over the weekend. Cute little Panasonic model RF-567. This is just going to be a quick repair video. I have kind of an attraction to old Japanese electronics, so this was in good shape, and it's kind of finicky. If you jiggle the power switch, it'll kind of sort of work. There we go. I'll hold it in the right spot. Sensitivity kind of sucks. So I just wanted to do a little cleanup and brief repair on it. Unfortunately, somebody left the batteries in. As you can see, it's pretty crusty. So we're going to have to clean that out. Really, the first step into doing that is getting the old ones out. And then hopefully finding a brush and getting the rest of this out. Now, if it's not too bad, you can usually just use a combination of baking soda and water and get that out of there. These ones aren't too bad, it looks like. I can just shine them up with some 1000 grit sandpaper. But let's get the back off of this thing and see what's inside. So getting the battery cover and rear cover off, there ain't much to this. Very simple. It's pretty much just one board. Here's your band switch. These nice little Rubicon capacitors here like to die. My only gripe is that the pots aren't accessible without pulling this board up, which I'm not a great fan of, since I'll have to clean them. But I assume I can pull the knobs off, take the screws up, and all this comes out. The corrosion got to the battery terminal there, as we can see, but that's not too big of a deal. I don't plan on operating this thing on batteries, although I could. So really the next step is to get that board up so that we can clean everything underneath. It's nice they have a little tractor belt rather than a piece of string to break, but I'm sure that'll die at some point. So what let's do is let's get the knobs off here. They pull off pretty easy. And then let's get our screwdriver here and take the screws out that hold the board in. I notice this has that waxy stuff all over the board here, like what they use with coils and stuff down here, but there's nothing in this area that would suggest it needs that. A little strange, that's all. And there should be, is that it? Yeah, that looks like it. That's just going to come up. And I'm not going to move the tuner. There's the little circuit board there. And there's our power switch, our tone control, our volume control. So what I'm just going to do is grab some contact cleaner here and spritz a little bit inside each one. Turn the pressure down a little. Let's get some inside of here. And then just work them a bunch back and forth. Gotta remember to do the band switch on the back side too. Usually if the radio kind of sort of works, you can just clean the pots and switches and that will kind of bring it back to life. Other times there's more complex stuff going on, like with that Lloyd's. As soon as I find a 5K combo pot for that one, I think I'm going to get back into it. Pretty cool how they have this elaborate tractor belt thing going on here. Don't know if I'd ever want to try to replace all that. let's see if I can get this back together without too much trouble. Biggest constraint is the transformer. And, okay, that's just going to go back down in there. That's exactly why I didn't want to disturb the position of the tuner, so that I could deal with that mess. Hang on, hands are cooperating today. Screw back in here, screw back in here, and screw back in here. We'll clean our band switch too. Oops. And then see if we get any better performance out of it. Maybe do a minor tweak on the RF alignment. We'll see. And that goes on there. That goes on there. Isn't this exciting? The thing I don't like about Deox is the lack of real lubricant it has in it. Until this switch dries out, it's probably going to be a little bit hard to move. I'm not a fan of that, but that's what it is. Otherwise, it's a great contact cleaner. Let me get a little bit of contact cleaner in the band switch. This one's really badly stuck on FM. There's not much to listen to on AM around here, unless you want to listen to ultra religious stations or ultra conservative talk radio. Yeah, not my forte. Alright, so before we go too much further, this is our antenna lead which clips on to the terminal up there, but since I want to fiddle with the alignment a little bit, I've got an antenna wire that's hanging up with an alligator clip that we're just going to clip on to this point here. Sorry for moving the camera around. Should have a notice on my channel to take some Dramamine before you watch my videos. Okay, let's see how it sounds now. Plug it in. And I've got nothing. Alright, what did I do? Let's see now. Didn't get anything disconnected here. That's still hooked up. That's still hooked up. In theory, it should be running.
Line at anchorfunding.net.
Equal housing lender. California Bureau of Real Estate broker number 0126087. NMLS number 236419. Not all applicants qualify. Or arranged pursuant to the Department
That's a difference.
California.
Oh, look at this.
71. Dr. Sandy Teeth. Full scrub.
And they're like, that's not us. Details.
Better sensitivity, at least. That dirty tuner contacts. That's one thing I hate about these little pill style. Yeah, there's something going on here, a break or something. Because now it's out again. Maybe that's why somebody else gave up on it. Because now it's silent. Maybe there's a break in the AC line cord. Alright, let's get a meter real quick. Alright, so whatever reason, there's an intermittent break in the line cord because I can flex things and it will kind of change. I was getting no voltage going into the transformer or coming out of it, so once I jiggled the line cord a little bit, it came back. So we're going to have to replace that. But what let's do is, let's turn the output of the sound tech down a little until we start to hear some noise. See if we can improve sensitivity a little bit. Excuse me here, just going to move things around a bit.
Sarah jumps in at the end. You guys will...
It's your oscillator, obviously. Just peek it out. These two are probably your AM, so I'm not going to mess with that. It's already pretty good as is.
Be eligible to win.
CSUglobal.news.
First guest. Either whole or do they went to UVs? And apply what you're learning.
She's a very kinky girl.
Yes, but then Mississippi.
Inside.
About $5 million.
Okay, so it's doing much better now. Now we just need to take care of that crummy line cord. So let's take a look at what's going to be required. I mean, they basically feed the line cord in through a strain relief, and then it terminates inside of these little wire nut things here that they got, and then goes into the transformer. So it's just a matter of popping another one in there. Not too much to that. I'm just going to go ahead and do it, and then we'll button this thing back up. Alright, so here it is all back together now. You can see I've got the new cord in there, knotted, and I soldered the wires and put them in some wire nuts and stuck them back in the holes. I also soldered the wire onto the battery terminal compartment there. So now it's just a matter of putting this thing back together and then seeing what it does once reassembled. Alright, so here it is all back together. The only things I did have to do was widen the hole for the cord a little bit, since it's a little bit bigger gauge than the original. But now it's working pretty good.
See big growth.
Forever.
Pretty sensitive too.
Right now, because I'd like to make a bet with you.
Coagulated.
So,
Reagent ready.
like made to order one.
Up. Ya lo que dice. 426.
And if we switch over to AM, assuming I can do that with one hand, and maybe not. That switch is still pretty stiff back there. Hang on. Alright, I lubed the switch a little bit, but it's still pretty stiff.
And once the flowers have... A boa can never be achieved. Burnout 28.4 for relief factor.
Perdón.
Philip Rivers, everyone knows he didn't make it.
No sé.
Hours.
Familiares en minutes. In a stride. So if you're looking to get out from under...
Womansuperlawyer.com. Jeff Barr.
There's KFI.
In the sky.
Having is sponsored by Staples. KFI in the Sky helps. Putting the finishing touches on tomorrow night's State of the Union.
¿Usted sabe quién es esa? Any of his other teammates. On up and play.
Tú nos pones bien.
Heavy till about Van Nuys.
There's 1070.
Heavy all the way out toward.
It's pretty good radio. So I think I'll maybe squirt some silicone oil inside of that switch or something to make it a little bit easier to use. But there you have it. This is the RF-597? Maybe not. Let's see here. It'll focus. Anyway, it's a 597, RF-597. Probably early 70s given the font. maybe mid to late 70s. But there you go, all fixed up, ready to go. Thanks for watching the video. More stuff to come when I get parts in time.